December 1945, Upper Egypt. A peasant digging for fertilizer strikes a red earthenware jar buried in the sand. He hopes for gold, but instead finds 13 leather-bound books that would threaten the very foundation of Christianity for the next 80 years. What if I told you the Bible you know is a curated edit, and the raw, uncut footage of Jesus was buried in the desert to save it from being burned? No miracles, no crucifixion, just secret codes. Welcome to the Nag Hammadi Library and the Forbidden Gospel of Tom. The year was 1945. In the dry, sun-baked landscape of Upper Egypt, near the town of Nag Hammadi, a local farmer named Muhammad Ali al-Salman made an accidental discovery that would send shockwaves through the world of biblical scholarship. While digging for fertilizer at the base of the Jabal al-Tarif cliffs, he unearthed a large red earthenware jar. His initial hope for treasure quickly turned to apprehension, as local superstition warned of spirits or jinn guarding such finds. Upon breaking the jar, he found not gold, but 13 ancient leather-bound papyrus codices. These texts, written in Coptic, were part of what we now know as the Nag Hammadi Library. Initially, the significance of these books was not fully understood. Some accounts even suggest that Muhammad Ali's mother used a portion of the papyrus as kindling for her oven before the true value of the discovery was recognized, and the manuscripts eventually made their way to scholars. What these ancient pages revealed was a collection of texts, many of which were previously unknown, offering a radically different perspective on early Christianity and the teachings of J. Among the most prominent of these rediscovered texts was the Gospel of Thomas, a collection of 114 sayings attributed to Jesus. What immediately struck scholars was its stark contrast to the canonical Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The flagrant discrepancy lies in the very mechanism of salvation and the portrayal of Jesus himself. In the New Testament, particularly in John 3:16, salvation is presented as an external act achieved through faith in the sacrificial death and resurrection of Jesus. The cross is central, a symbol of atonement and redemption. However, the Gospel of Thomas offers an entirely different path. It conspicuously omits any mention of Jesus' birth, miracles, crucifixion, or physical resurrection. Instead, it presents salvation as an internal journey achieved through gnosis, a Greek word meaning knowledge or insight. This is not intellectual knowledge in the modern sense, but a profound spiritual understanding of oneself and one's divine origin. For the Jesus of Thomas, the path to the divine is not through external rituals or belief in a historical event, but through interpreting his secret riddles and understanding the true nature of reality. As Logian 1 states, whoever finds the interpretation of these sayings will not experience death. This implies that spiritual enlightenment, not faith in a specific historical event, is the key to eternal. This fundamental difference extends to the very nature of humanity's problem. In canonical Christianity, sin is the primary barrier between humanity and God. In the Gospel of Thomas, however, the problem is ignorance. We are portrayed as being drunk or asleep to our true spiritual nature, oblivious to our divine origins. Salvation, therefore, is about waking up, sobering up, and recognizing the light within ourselves. Jesus says in Logian 3, "If those who lead you say to you, 'See, the kingdom is in the sky,' then the birds of the sky will precede you. The kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you." This emphasizes an immanent rather than transcendent understanding of the divine kingdom. We see this theme of the omnipresent divine again in Logian 77, where Jesus says, "I am the light that is over all things. I am all. From me all came forth, and to me all attained. Split a piece of wood, I am there. Lift up the stone, and you will find me there." This pantheistic or panentheistic view suggests that the divine is not a distant deity, but an ever-present reality woven into the very fabric of existence, accessible to anyone who truly is. One of the most controversial sayings in the Gospel of Thomas is Logian 1:14, which reads, "Simon Peter said to them, 'Mary should leave us, for females are not worthy of life.' Jesus said, 'See, I am going to attract her to make her male, so that she too might become a living spirit that resembles you males. For every female who makes herself male will enter the kingdom of heaven.'" At first glance, this saying appears deeply misogynistic, contradicting the egalitarian message found in Galatians 3:28, which states, "There is neither male nor female in Christ." However, scholars often interpret Logion 1:14 not as a literal statement about gender, but as a Gnostic metaphor. In Gnostic thought, the material world and the physical body were often associated with the female principle, while the spiritual, intellectual realm was associated with the male. Therefore, making herself male was understood as a spiritual transformation, transcending the limitations of the material world to achieve a higher, unified spiritual state, a state of gnosis where dualities are over. Given these radical theological differences, it becomes clear why the early church, in its efforts to standardize doctrine and consolidate power, would have found the Gospel of Thomas deeply problematic. Its message was, in essence, anti-institutional. If salvation was an internal journey of self-discovery and gnosis, what need was there for a mediating priesthood, sacraments, or even the church itself? The Gospel of Thomas offered a direct, unmediated path to the divine, bypassing the very structures the nascent church was building. The final nail in the coffin for texts like the Gospel of Thomas came in 367 AD, when Bishop Athanasius of Alexandria issued his famous festal letter. In it, he listed the 27 books that would form the New Testament canon and explicitly called for the destruction of all other heretical writings. This act of curation effectively silenced voices like that of Thomas for over a millennium, burying them in the sands of Egypt until their rediscovery in the The rediscovery of the Gospel of Thomas forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the origins of Christianity and the choices made by early church leaders. It reveals a vibrant, diverse landscape of early Christian thought where different interpretations of Jesus' message coexisted, sometimes uneasily. While it may never be part of the canonical Bible, the Gospel of Thomas offers a powerful alternative narrative, a testament to the enduring human quest for spiritual knowledge and self-discovery. What are your thoughts on the Gospel of Thomas? Do you believe its message was rightly suppressed? Or do you think it offers valuable insights that have been lost to history? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this exploration into the mysteries of early Christianity fascinating, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history, religion, and forgotten knowledge. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring. .osut1945.com.es, life.esus.as